If you think Elon Musk, the driving force behind SpaceX, is only obsessed with transporting humanity to Mars, think again. This time, he seems to have set his sights on the moon. When no one expected it, Elon revealed a shocking secret about the moon that few people know. What does Elon Musk know that we don't? How would it change everything? Keep watching as we uncover the truth. The moon is not a frequently visited place by humans. Although astronomers make it clear that reaching it takes only a few days, surprisingly, only 3 nations have dared to invade lunar territory: the United States, Russia, and China. Because this region is rarely touched, there are numerous dark secrets still lurking within its shadows. The last time explorations were made on the moon was in 1979, with the American spacecraft Apollo 11 making bold advances. After that, it would take another 39 years to revisit the region. Amidst these great gaps in exploration, many questions remain unanswered. But recently, Elon Musk seems to have broken the ice again, revealing shocking and hidden facts about the moon that would leave even scientists scratching their heads. A desire for knowledge. But how did it happen? Let's say it started with a desire for knowledge. Truthfully, man has always yearned for an in-depth understanding of space and the universe in which he finds himself, perhaps driven by this single yearning alongside the incredible ambitions of people like Elon Musk. With nations competing to conquer territories beyond Earth, space exploration remains one sector heavily invested in by private individuals and nations alike, with exploration plans lined up in the blueprint for the future. This communal desire led to a collaboration between Elon Musk's SpaceX and China's NASA. Of course, China's recent space explorations and numerous discoveries have yielded amazing results, but more seems to be on the way. And with Elon Musk in the picture, things were bound to get more interesting. On November 23, 2020, China's 5th lunar exploration spacecraft, Chang'e 5, was launched from the Wenchang spacecraft launch site, after which it landed on the moon on December 1, 2020. The mission lasted 23 days, earning much applause for its many accomplishments. One of these accomplishments included deploying China's first flag on the moon. But that was not all. China also made a shocking discovery on the moon, which would eventually deconstruct old scientific beliefs about the moon. This discovery was so profound that it caught Elon Musk's interest, and he saw the need for the whole world to be enlightened about it, so he publicly announced it. The result was wild, and an explanation was needed. Finally, China decided to speak. The National Space Administration and China's Atomic Energy Authority soon announced that they had indeed found something. But what was it? A huge discovery that may revolutionize power. Who would have thought the moon would have what it takes to play a vital role in providing one of Earth's greatest needs? We are talking about clean energy. According to the National Space Administration and the China Atomic Energy Authority, the Chang'e 5 robotic mission to the moon yielded groundbreaking results, and Elon Musk could not have agreed more. After a successful trip to the moon, the Chang'e 5 spacecraft returned with a sweet result of about 1731 grams of lunar surface samples, which landed on the table of the Beijing Research Institute of Uranium Geology. Following this, these lunar samples were immediately put through analysis by advanced mineralogical methods. You will be shocked at what was discovered. While examining the lunar surface particles, scientists made a spectacular discovery. Scattered among the particles were traces of helium-3. This is one of the rarest variants of helium that you would ever find. According to Musk, helium exists on Earth, but is uncommon and hard to find. On the moon, however, the helium variant is abundantly deposited on the lunar soil over billions of years by the solar wind. Rich access to helium-3, according to experts, can be a game changer in our pursuit of clean energy, as it could be the fuel source required for nuclear fusion. Scientists have discovered a new way to generate unlimited clean energy, which is all within nuclear fusion's power. This is a scientific method used to generate energy where particles combine and form a single particle. It happens naturally, but in the presence of others. This is exactly how the sun generates the energy that we use all over the world today. Scientists have been attempting to replicate the system and use it to generate clean energy and power human activities without harming the Earth. But this has proven to be very difficult. Scientists have not been able to develop a fusion reactor that can produce as much energy as is required. A good example is China's attempt to create its artificial sun, officially recognized as the Experimental Advanced Superconducting Tokamak East. This is a tokamak fusion reactor located in Hefei, China. It is donut-shaped with a major radius of about 6 meters, a minor radius of about 2 meters, and an outstanding feature of plasma confined by a strong magnetic field. Indeed, the East mimics the processes that go on within the sun and stands out as one of China's most important projects of the century. Since its creation, it has produced some results, and in December 2021, it achieved a plasma temperature of 126 million degrees Fahrenheit, 5 times hotter than the sun's core. Indeed, this is a significant milestone in the development of fusion energy. However, if this method is to be utilized to generate the clean and unlimited energy we need, China still has a long way to go. East is said to be still under development, with the hope that it will eventually be able to produce more energy than it consumes. When this is achieved, fusion energy could provide a safe and sustainable source of energy for the future. But what if there's a shortcut to that future staring us right in the face? At the moment, scientists believe that the discovery of the abundance of helium-3 on the moon might just be the solution we need to tackle the problem of generating clean energy once and for all. The revelation of this discovery to the public would, of course, cause a lot of future lunar exploration ventures, and that might be exactly what Elon Musk envisioned when he made a public revelation of this discovery. As it stands, many private space-related companies and space-exploring nations are already declaring their intentions to maximize the resources of helium-3 on the moon, making the competition towards lunar exploration tighter. Who wouldn't want a world where we can operate with the availability of clean and unlimited energy supply? While the discovery of helium-3 during the lunar exploration of the Chang'e 5 robotic mission is enough to make us happy, it is not the only remarkable discovery made during the mission to the moon. So, let us consider the next, the world's 6th lunar mineral to be discovered. Indeed, it seems to have been a very good choice made by China to embark on the Chang'e 5 lunar exploration mission, as it has led to the discovery of the world's 6th new lunar material, which is the first of its kind for many decades now. Before now, 5 minerals have already been found by the United States and Russia. It is referred to as Change Site, Y, and was discovered by scientists at the Beijing Research Institute of Uranium Geology, while they further explored and examined the lunar surface samples collected on the Chang'e 5 robotic mission to the moon. The crystalline particle was tediously found out of these samples, having isolated about 140,000 particles. It was found to weigh about 10 micrometers in diameter. Despite this minute size, knowing how valuable this mineral is will shock you. First of all, this discovery was priceless for China, as it was the first ever discovered lunar mineral under its records. But that was not all. According to the International Mineralogical Association, there was more to this crystal mineral. Surprisingly, the little crystal had one of the rare compositions that no one had seen before or expected to see. This was in line with Elon's belief that the moon holds more secrets than we think, and some of these secrets are finally being uncovered piece by piece. Having been certified by the International Mineralogical Association and commissioned on new minerals and nomenclature classification, the first set of Chang'e 5 lunar materials was then distributed by the National Space Administration to researchers of nearly 100 different domestic research groups. These researchers were said to be currently working on over 31 scientific projects that were moon-focused. With this discovery, numerous collaborations with experts from diverse departments came together to study this lunar material. Further discoveries were made, as the mineral was said to be over 1 billion years old. It was the width of a strand of human hair and was greatly connected to every other mineral on the moon or within meteorites. For scientists trying to understand more about the moon and its origin, these are groundbreaking discoveries. But we are not done here. What was discovered next during the Chang'e 5 lunar robotic mission? Water has been found on the moon. It is now beyond doubt that the trip of China's Chang'e 5 robotic mission to the moon has provided immense benefits to the whole world regarding the discovery of new things. The next thing that was discovered on this mission will shock you. In December 2020, China's Chang'e 5 robotic mission to the moon made the first on-site and real-time discovery of water on the moon. But how was it found? It turns out that before the spacecraft lander returned to Earth, it did not fail to utilize its mineralogical spectrometer, which was specifically designed to find water to detect the water. It did so by determining spectral reflectance measurements of soil and rocks on the moon. By carrying out this action, it would be easy to tell if there is water in the area because of the unique way water molecules reflect or absorb the sun's radiation. Through this action, the lander could detect water on the moon. Also, in tiny glass beads collected from the lunar surface, a group of researchers led by Huin He of the Chinese Academy of Sciences estimated between 300 billion and nearly 300 trillion kilograms of water to be held. According to scientists, this is a relatively high water concentration for the moon, suggesting there may be more water on the moon than previously thought. This is indeed a groundbreaking discovery, because for a long time, it was normal to believe there was no water on the moon, as is the case for most space bodies. This has long been a challenge to astronomers and space explorers, who would have to plan extensively before embarking on a new journey outside the planet. As you know, man cannot survive more than 10 days without water, which poses many challenges to navigating through space, where water is in great need. During the mission, the water was found in the youngest terrain on the moon, near a region called Oceanus Procellarum. But how did the water get there? To some scientists, the water may have been delivered to the moon by comets or asteroids that crashed into the surface in recent geological history. The discovery of water on the moon is significant for several reasons. The first significance is that it provides evidence that there may be more water on the moon than previously thought. Further pushing forward this thought, experts like Michio Kaku believe that there might be more water than we think, spread across Earth's shadowed neighbor. No one will disagree that this discovery could be important for future human exploration of the moon, as water could be used for drinking, growing food, and producing rocket fuel. In line with this, the water discovered on the moon had to be investigated to see if it was real and to ascertain if astronauts could use this water in a situation where astronauts have to stay on the moon for extended periods. The investigation led a team from the Institute of Geology and Geophysics at the Chinese Academy of Science to examine all the data that had been collected. Their examination further confirmed that there was indeed water on the moon, prompting Dr. Meg Zegler, a senior scientist at the Planetary Science Institute in Tucson, Arizona, to speculate further on the likelihood of the existence of more water on the moon than we are aware of. The discovery of water in the youngest terrain on the moon also suggests that the water may be relatively new. This could affect our understanding of the moon's history and evolution. In the end, who knows what comes out of this? The discovery of water on the moon is a major scientific achievement. It is the first time that water has been found on the moon in real time, and it is a significant step forward in our understanding of our nearest neighbor. But there is more. In addition to the discovery of water in the lunar regolith, the Chang'e 5 mission also found evidence of water ice in the permanently shadowed craters at the moon's poles. This water ice is thought to have been delivered to the moon by comets or asteroids, and it is a potential resource for future human exploration of the moon. Again, with the discovery of the presence of water on the moon, the previous debates about the issue of water's existence on the moon will likely be laid to rest. Before now, the Indian Space Research Organization had detected signs of water on the lunar surface, but there was major confusion with their discovery at that time because scientists could not ascertain whether it was the presence of H2O or hydroxyl. But the recent discovery now explains it all, causing scientists to return to what may have been a hint of moon water in glass bead samples collected during an Apollo mission about 40 years ago. A re-examination of the beads this time around shockingly displayed water molecules. Despite all this, not all scientists agree with the facts that there is water on the moon, as some alluded to it being a mere result of moisture contamination in Houston, Texas. But more evidence seems to have already preceded this argument, as NASA, a week earlier, had announced their discovery of the existence of water in the areas of the moon that are sunlit. This discovery was confirmed by the SOFIA spacecraft, which, although did not land on the moon, stood at an altitude of 45,000 feet, where it used its advanced infrared technology to observe wavelength signals known to be emitted by water molecules, indicating the existence of water in other regions of the moon that have not yet been discovered. While for the regular scientist, the discovery of water on the moon is a major scientific achievement, with the potential to revolutionize our understanding of the moon and its potential for human exploration, the discovery means so much more for Elon Musk. For Elon Musk, this might just be another sign of the possibility for humanity to inhabit the moon. If you know Elon Musk, this statement might not come as a shock to you. Elon Musk has long been a vocal proponent of space exploration, as he boldly says that he believes it is essential for humanity to become a multiplanetary species. He has cited several reasons, including the possibility of an extinction event on Earth, the need to find new resources, and the potential for discovery. Whether you agree with this or not, Elon Musk seems to be committed to this course as his company, SpaceX, is developing several technologies that could allow humans to live on other planets. These include the Starship rocket, designed to carry large payloads to Mars, and the Dragon spacecraft, which is designed to transport people to and from the International Space Station. To the amazement of all, Elon Musk believes it is possible to send the first humans to Mars by the 2030s, and that a self-sustaining colony could be established on the planet by the 2050s. He has also said he wants to eventually send 1 million people to Mars. Now that's one big dream right there. But with more space exploration like that of Chang'e 5 and more discoveries being made, there might indeed be a future where man would cross-dwell on planets other than Earth. Other accomplishments. Aside from the mind-blowing discoveries made by the Chang'e 5 space robotic mission, it has also been useful in debunking old tales, beliefs, and speculations about the moon. One such tale is that of a mystery hut on the moon. The hut was discovered in November 2021, and with its square shape and something that looks like a flat roof over it, the object was concluded to be a hut. Later in this expedition, Chang'e 5 took the bold step to clear up the misconception. It sent down its rover U-22, which ventured closer to the mystery hut. However, the rover soon discovered upon closer inspection that the mystery hut on the moon was just a rock on a crater rim. The rover's cameras had captured images of the object from a distance, making it appear to be a small hut-like structure. However, as the rover got closer, it became clear that the object was just a natural rock formation. The rock shape resembled that of a rabbit, which led to its name, the Jade Rabbit. When the discovery was made in December 2021, the captured images of the object quickly went viral online. Many people were convinced that the object was a sign of alien life, but this was eventually clarified. Clearly, things are getting more exciting by the day, with the numerous findings of space explorers. But all hands are still on deck, and Elon Musk is doing a lot to ensure more events like this occur. China has also announced its plans to launch Chang'e 6 in 2024 to continue the race in lunar exploration, unraveling even more shocking secrets about the moon. The location and focus for this mission would be the South Pole Aitken Basin on the far side of the moon. It intends to deploy an orbiter, lunar ascent vehicle, and lander alongside a re-entry capsule for this mission. The nation also intends to establish a lunar presence by creating a moon base by 2025. This goes hand in hand with its intention to launch nuclear-powered rockets into space. According to them, this will go a long way to allow for the easy exploration of the final frontier. NASA is also not sitting idle, as it has announced its plans to return to the moon by 2025, with preparations in full swing as Elon Musk is doing everything he can to ensure this lunar exploration is a reality. Indeed, the chase is on, and all space explorers know this. And see you in the next episode.